Hi guys, Bigman Gamer here. Got a fan that decided to send me a gift. Don't know what it is, so I'm going to unwrap it and go ahead and check it out and see what they decide to get me. Could possibly be a bomb, so if I explode, I love you all. Well, yeah, I love you all. Most of you. Some of you. So somebody decided it was funny because I said I was going to leave lava lamps in their houses. If I didn't mark a date on the calendar, I now have a lava lamp. There we go. So some fan was watching and decided he needed to give me a lava lamp. Thank you. Thank you, whoever this was. I appreciate it. People are funny. But you guys have a good Christmas. I know I will. With my lava lamp. Hi guys, and welcome to the 10th episode of Bigman Gaming. It's our special 10th anniversary episode. We're going to be talking about the DLC for Skyrim, Dragonborn. And with me today, I have my friend Jordan, co-worker, and all-around gamer and nerd just like I am.
See.
So, the Dragonborn DLC, the way you started off is kind of interesting, at least the way I did. I know you had some screw-ups.
I did it two different ways.
Yeah. Yours glitched, didn't it?
It didn't glitch like that. Because I didn't finish the main story on one of my files, so I just found the guy with a ship and went over there without having someone come in and be like, "Oh, you're not the real dragon."
Oh, okay. Yeah, because the way it started out for me, since I had finished the story and a lot of the side quests, these two guys actually came to the town I was in, which I think was Whiterun, and they asked me if I was a Dragonborn, and I said yes, because of course we're the Dragonborn. And
checked.
Yeah, last time I checked, I was a Dragonborn. So then they called me a liar and a deceiver, and then attacked me, which it was kind of funny because I had me and then Serana from the Dawn Guard DLC was my helper, and then the two warriors that were looking for the princess or whatever, they were still standing at the main gate. So like they helped me attack them because we were at the main gate. So I had the four of us just taking these guys down. It was no problem. So you start off with that, and then you get these orders for you to be killed, and you kind of trace it back from there to this dock, and then from this dock you go to a portion of Morrowind, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
Because obviously we haven't been there since the third game.
Which a lot of people were saying they were hoping that you got to go back.
Oh yeah, I would. I definitely liked it, and looking at this, I'm hoping they'll do something with Cyrodiil.
Yeah, they had the glitch where you could see part of Red Mountain in Skyrim from the get-go.
Right.
And if you glitch over the mountain, you can go see, it's like a weird tower shape, but it looks like it's possibly Cyrodiil.
Right, which would be cool. So, the fact that they're doing this, it's kind of like, oh, maybe there's hope.
Mm-hmm.
So, with the introduction of new DLC, we have new weapons and new armor and new dragon shouts that are available and a plethora of different things. Cool thing I kind of want to add while I was playing, and I was talking to you at the time, was some of the actual side quests from the main game will actually branch out to this DLC. Because I was in the DLC and I opened up a chest and there was this beacon for one of the Daedric princes, and I was supposed to do a quest. Well, apparently when I was talking to you told me it was from the main game.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know that.
Yeah, because I remember I did it. I found that it's a random beacon. Like, it goes in anywhere.
Right.
So, I'm guessing they just were like, oh, we'll just let it go over here too if you want.
Yeah, and I had beaten the main quest, and I had never got, and I'd done quite a few other side quests, and I'd never gotten it. So I thought that was kind of cool that I was in Morrowind, and here was this beacon for me to go back to the mainland. But, of course, like I said, with the new DLC, there's a lot of new things that come out. New armor You want to go ahead and talk about some of the new armor?
Well, a lot of it. I mean, they have the ice armor from the Morrowind Blood Moon expansion, which is it's an updated version of it, and it looks fantastic. It looks kind of like a Thor, like Sub-Zero type armor. Like it's really cool. Like, and then there's the Nordic, which looks kind of like it's got like a cool bear helmet, and it's like really carved metal.
Mm-hmm.
I was when I saw that, I was excited because I thought it looked really cool because I had a Nord character. So.
Right. I thought the actual helmet reminds me kind of like you call me a nerd for saying this, but like the Power Rangers when the yellow one had the bear sword. Mm-hmm. That's kind of what it made me first think of. And then the bone armor that
bone mold armor, yeah.
Yeah, that a lot of guards seem to
and I mean,
be wearing.
That was the big thing in Morrowind. There was like 6 different helmets in there. I mean, they only have the one in there, but they have 3 different types of the main base armor in DLC, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, the throwback is I think the biggest thing about it. It's the fact that I remember playing Morrowind. I remember playing it for hours when I was a kid.
Right.
And I loved it. It was like the greatest game I could ever play. And all the different stuff that you see and hear, like, gives you little chills. You're just like, oh my god, I can't believe they put that in here.
Right.
Oh, it's so cool. Like, I remember coming here back when I played that one. I remember going to, like, Thirsk is, like, in this game, and that was a big part of the story in the Blood Moon expansion, which it was, and there's a lot of stuff. Like, the Reeklings are in this game.
Mm-hmm.
They were in there, and they're a lot easier to kill in here than they were in there, but it's still cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of little nods to Morrowind of, you know, stuff that may not necessarily still be there, but there's little Easter eggs for them too. Like, you were telling me there was a character called Mr. Krabby.
Yeah.
That, you know, because in Morrowind there was that crab vendor, and so now you have Mr. Krabby, and there's kind of like, okay.
Like, yeah, I walked up to this farm, and it was like an empty, deserted farm. And then all of a sudden, like, just a bunch of mud crabs just came up out of the ground, and I killed a bunch of them. And then one of them was like a little bigger one, and his name was like Mr. Krabby. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. It's funny. It made me think of the mud crab merchant.
And then some new weapons that I found. Obviously, since we've got Nordic armor, there's now, you know, more Nordic weapons. There's some more Nordic shields that are in there. There's actually quite a few cool weapons you get. I won't say specifically what, but from doing the main quest line, you get some cool staves and swords and stuff from that. There are now, for those of you who have been like big into the main game and been big collectors, there's actually new Dragon Priest masks.
Yeah. Well, they're all the same. They're all the same mask. I found 2 of them.
Okay.
Now they're the same mask. They're not like. They have different powers, but they look this. It's just like the other Dragon Priest masks, I guess.
Right.
They all look the same, but they have different.
Right. They look the same for the DLC, but they look different than the ones in the main game.
I think they look a little cooler, actually. I kind of like these ones more.
Yeah. So there's new ones for people to collect and everything, because I know there's a lot of forums and stuff. There's just a huge topic of collecting the Dragon Priest mask. So there's a lot more for you to collect now. The Dragon Shouts, I think some of those.
I like the new Dragon Shouts, and well, I mean some of the quest line you can improve old Dragon Shouts, which I think is really cool that they did that. But yeah, I mean there's some really cool stuff like the armor one that you got. Like
it's cool really
dragon armor.
Yeah, what you do is, like, I have the regular dragon armor, the Dragonborn armor anyway, but it's what you do is you shout, and then it makes more dragon armor that appears on you. Yeah,
and it looks awesome on any. You could be walking around in your underwear; it still look cool.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
It just looks like it's like glowing, and it makes you look like a badass.
And then there's Dragon Shout that you can actually tame dragons to ride on them. But the flying from, like, the one I was doing was a linear type thing, because you have to go through into the part with the story. But, like, the stuff you were doing...
I flew on a dragon outside of the main part, and it's... You can't just... You're not just going to hop in like Grand Theft Auto and fly around the island. You're not going to go, and you're not going to be able to just shoot fireballs at people. It's more... You get on the dragon... You have like a little circumference where you can fly around, and like if there's enemies there, you can lock onto them and you can attack them. But it's still cool that they put it in there because people were asking for it from the beginning.
Right, and
they were
and
saying dragons. We want to ride these dragons.
Right. And I know, like, well, you have Summon Dragon. You have 2 of the spells.
Yeah.
You know, obviously from the main game.
I tried that. The problem with that is the Summon Dragon spell shouts. They take too long to recharge.
Right. Well,
so you can't ride.
What I was saying is that, like, with the Summon Dragons, you know, you from the main game and then Dawnguard, you could summon them and then they would fight on their own. You could never command them to do what you wanted.
Yeah.
So at least this way, you're riding on a dragon and you can, you know, direct it on where you want it to go and what you want it to kill.
Yeah, I like that they added that in there. I just think it was fun.
Yeah, because I don't know how many times I would summon my dragon to fight another dragon, and I'm like, are you going to do anything, or are we just going to fly around the sky here?
Yeah, just chilling.
So I thought that was actually pretty cool that now you can tame a dragon and there's other enemies around. You can kill a dragon. Or, I mean, you can kill those enemies or kill another dragon, because there have been times where I've fought 2 dragons at the same time. So that's nice. I like that.
There's also werebears.
Yes.
Which I find awesome, because I know a little bit, I've read a little bit about the lore of the whole Elder Scrolls series. And there's supposed to be, like, there's a lot of different were creatures in this. And they finally put something other than werewolves.
Well, which we know, like, you can turn werewolf in this one.
Yeah. And I'm not sure if you can turn werebear, but I wouldn't rule it out, because I haven't stumbled upon, I haven't finished the quest line for it. I found it, but I don't know how to do it.
Okay.
It's not like a go here, do this. It's like you stumble upon it. You can't. There's no arrow telling you where to go. It's just like you might run into this guy, you might not.
Okay. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's just like, oh, it might happen.
Yeah. So I really hope you can, because I would love to be a werebear.
Yeah, that would actually be cool. I would probably get rid of, like, I have the thing, I have werewolf just because it resists disease. I never use werewolf form, and I really don't care about well rested, like, because if you go home and sleep in your own bed,
see, I didn't use it until the Dawnguard.
Right.
Because you get perks now, which I thought was really cool. Like, you can summon other werewolves with you.
Right.
Which is pretty sweet, I think. That's
with Dawnguard, obviously. But up until that point,
like, it was just
I never did it. It was just more the fact, like, I have it for resist disease.
Yeah. I do it every now and again when I was just like, I'm bored. I'm going to go level this town. And just go kill people.
Yeah, and then, of course, you don't save.
You get to eat them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, definitely a lot of things that are added into it. I thought the story, while it was a little bit on the shorter side, like, I don't think it was as long as, like...
The main quest was a little quick.
Yeah. It's not like Shivering Isles from Oblivion, where it was, like, this extremely long quest.
The thing I feel about this, I think this is the best DLC that the Elder Scrolls has made, because, well, next to Morrowind, we're talking Oblivion, Skyrim. Yeah. In the next-gen consoles, it's the best one they've made, because it's not linear. It's not like, this is all you get to do, and then when you're done with this, it's done.
Right.
Like, I mean, Dawnguard was like that. What else did you get? You can do some extra quests at the end, but they're not.
And you could do something like, you could go to the people that you were, whether you chose Vampire or them, you could go to them and be like, do you have anything for me to do?
Yeah.
Kind of like
other than that, like,
it
was pretty much, it's pretty much just a straight shot through the story.
Yeah.
Here, you have that main story, but there's also, I mean, there are so many quests in this. Like, I've found things that I'm still finding stuff.
Yeah.
There's a treasure hunt, which I thought was fun, because it doesn't, like, tell you where it is. You literally have to look at a map.
Yeah, you get a map, and you
have to go and you have to find it. You can't, it doesn't give you an arrow. It's pretty cool. Like, you actually have to work towards this.
And, I just, like I was saying earlier, some of the main stuff from the main storyline crossed over into it. And even when I was doing the main storyline, I was in a town, and all of a sudden, just from overhearing people talk, I got another quest to do something else. So there's a lot to do in this.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm still playing, and I beat the story last week.
Yeah.
I ran through it quick just because I played it for quite a while, probably about 15 hours.
Yeah. So
15-hour storyline, not terrible for a DLC.
No.
Plus all the extra stuff that you get. There's a lot of new content, a lot of new stuff.
Yep.
Which, I mean, I think it was worth $20.
Yeah. Definitely, it was definitely. A good
it feels like an expansion pack, not a DLC. Like, it feels like the old school expansion packs.
Yeah, because Dawnguard was definitely a DLC.
Yeah,
it
was just a little thing, and then you had a quest line and stuff like that.
And then, of course, Hearthfire was definitely a DLC where you could build.
But then again, that was like $5, which isn't bad.
No,
it's cool to be able to build a house. So.
Yeah, but this definitely feels like it's worth the money. So. I would definitely, for those of you that do have Skyrim and are looking for a little bit more and haven't gotten it yet, I would definitely say get it.
Yeah, it makes me want to do another. I want to start a new one. I just want to start a new file, and I want to go play through again, just because it like kind of brings back that feeling of when I got Skyrim and I was so excited about it, and I played it probably for 3 months straight.
Yeah. Until
I got a new game, and then like I got Skyrim and Saints Row 3 same time. I played Saints Row 3 for about 20 minutes, and then I didn't play it.
I played that one extensively. I think me and my editor Brian, we've got that completely, all the achievements done and everything. So.
I wanted to love it. I wanted to love that game, but that's not what this is about. So
no, yeah. So yeah, if you haven't picked it up, definitely do so. On my Bigman gaming scale of 1 to 11, 0 to 11, I definitely give it a 10. It's up there. I don't know. Would you agree with that?
Yes. Oh yes.
There's a few obviously bugs and glitches that happen. That's it seems to happen with any Oblivion game Elder Scrolls game, and Bethesda game. So it happens.
I mean, it's happened in every game that they've had.
So
it's a powerful game.
Yeah, it'll definitely tag your system. So 10 out of 11. I mean, it's not quite there, but you'll notice some things.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, great. It's amazing, and I love it.
Yeah, me too. I'm probably gonna play it for quite some time, because I'm sure there's still a lot more stuff I haven't done.
There's definitely something to do while I'm not playing Halo 4 with my friends.
Yeah. It's been actually taking time away from Halo 4.
So, yeah, you heard it here from the Big Man Gamer himself. 10 out of 11. It's been my friend Jordan, and we'll catch you guys next week. We're going to do a Christmas episode. Then after that, we'll probably throw in a New Year's episode, and then we'll probably cut it for a little bit and give time to people be with their families and all that good stuff.
Let some games get released.
Yeah, let some games get released. I mean, there's plenty of stuff for me to review and everything, but it's getting to that point where I've got families. My editor's got his family, and you've got your family, and of course my fans have their families. So got to give them time to recuperate and be with them, because I wouldn't expect them to have to watch my show on Christmas, and I wouldn't expect them to have me work on Christmas. So
I'll watch your show on Christmas.
You'll watch my show on Christmas. You'll get around the cozy fire.
I'll get all the family. Gotta be like, guys, watch this.
Watch this.
We don't like video games. I don't care.
I don't care. Watch it. But of course, always keep an eye out for the podcast, because we're doing that too. The audio podcast is something we love to do, and something that it's me and my friends when we're just getting together talking about stuff other than video games,
movies, wings. Other stuff.
Yeah, just whatever else is there. Sorry,
wings are on my mind.
Yeah. Definitely check that out. Also, I want to say, from my editor and from me, check it out. Joy, Wisconsin. Episode 2 just came out, and I voice act in it. My buddy Matt voice acts in it, and then Brian, my editor, actually animates, draws. He does all kinds of crazy stuff with it. So definitely check that out.
I just watched it. Hilarious.
It is. And I voice act in it, and I still cry with tears of laughter from watching it. So
it brings me back to like back when I was a kid, and I just found Newgrounds.
Yeah. And
like I would watch like every new episode of something, and that's what it makes me feel like. It's like I like it. It's good stuff.
Yeah. There you go. I'll catch you guys next week for Christmas episode, and you guys have a good week. See you guys next week.
It was a nightmare.